With that being said, guys, let's dive into our Rave Culture Cast recap. I do have quite a bit of things here for you, but let's knock out some lineups here first. So we do have the Project Glow Philly lineup. Again, this is only the second iteration. We had Project Glow in DC in April, which was great. I have my vlogs up on my YouTube channel. It was a really good time. So now it's going to Philly. It's a 2-day event. I am selling tickets through Insomniac. So if you guys want to use my affiliate link, feel free to use the link down in the show notes. But I mean, really, really fire lineup. We've got Allison in Wonderland on here. We're going to have a special back-to-back with A-Track, Black Tiger Sex Machine. That's a big one. The Dom Dalla back-to-back Green Velvet. Very appealing to me. We've got my girl Honeylove, Elenium is on here, Jai Wolf, Said the Sky, Martin Garrix, Tin Liquor, I'm super pumped about, Choi Boy, Zomboy, so I think this is a really solid lineup. Firefly also dropped their lineup. I think this is the September 22nd through the 25th. This is a camping festival in Delaware, so all my East Coasters, this is a good one. This is a multi-genre festival, which is pretty cool. I'm not able to go this year because I have a friend's wedding this weekend, but I still haven't been out to Firefly, and I do want to try it at some point because I feel like this was one of those events that even when I was in college and right out of college, a lot of people would go to this because I'm in New Jersey. So I'm so close to it. Hopefully it will happen someday. But the headliners are Halsey, My Chemical Romance, Green Day, and Dua Lipa. Honestly, fire. Outside of EDM, those are all headliners I would want to see. And then let's see who we have here dance music-wise. You've got Zedd and Porter Robinson. Guys, Avril Lavigne is on this lineup. I would actually die. Griffin and Seven Lions, fire. You've got Rainbow Kitten Surprise, All Time Low. Easily one of my favorite artists of all time. Who else do we have on here? Cold War Kids. We have Girl Talk, which if some of you have been around for a minute, Girl Talk was the first DJ I ever saw live, really in college. He would just do these crazy mashups and mixes, and it was always the most wild party, and he did college tours. So that was the first DJ I honestly ever saw in college. So that's wild that he's on here. You also have San Holo, Ella Stream, Loud Luxury, John Summit, and Elderbrook. I didn't even look at this lineup. I'm like, holy shit. Wax Motif is on here. Clooney. This is really, really good. Phantoms, Shipwreck, Whipped Cream, Lucy. So you still have bass music in here too, which is pretty solid. Vanessa and Rekno. Who else do we have? I think that's it. There's a lot of names I don't know. Oh, Zingara is on here. We're going to talk about her in a second. We love her. Wednesday, Tsunami. I don't know if it's Cosmalia or Cosmalia. I think that's what it is. So I honestly think this lineup's pretty fire. Not going to lie. If I could go, I would. In other news, we have the Groove Cruise Las Vegas lineup. So this is happening the same weekend as Forest, June 24th through the 26th. So this is sort of like a road to Groove Cruise kind of thing. Jeffrey Sartorius is headlining it with special guest Gene Farris. But you've got some staple artists that you'll see on Groove Cruise, which is pretty cool. So that's going to be taking place in Vegas. And then some other announcements. More Kismet has their debut album dropping on June 24th called Universe, which is amazing. So we want to support them. Go download that album. Very excited for all of their success. And then I wanted to announce Excision Scholarship winners because I mentioned this in the podcast earlier, but they came together and they had this basically a contest where they would be giving each artist $10,000 along with a whole bunch of other sponsored products and things like that. So they did announce I think it's 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10. So we have, and I don't know all these artists, some of them I do, but we have ZZ is one of the artists. I think, oh gosh, I hope I don't butcher these names. This one looks like Jasmine. We have Vastiv, I believe. Yeah, Vastiv. Danny Demand is the next one. Then we have, oh gosh, I'm going to say, oh no, RZRKT. I don't know why I can't read that name right now. Sorry, guys. We have Green Matter. Green Matter, I've heard of her before. The Arcturians. Our girl Zingara is one of the winners, which literally made me scream out loud when I saw her name. We had her on the podcast. She's a rising star, seriously. So to see her win this was really fucking cool. Mike Shift is the next one, and then 100 Drums, which I actually was also super pumped to see her because I've kind of been following her like musical journey in the last few months and have been seeing her name pop up a lot. So I think we're going to see a lot more 100 Drums as well. I've seen her name on a lot of lineups as of recently as well. So congratulations to all the winners. Super exciting. I think that's going to be a big deal in their careers. Okay, and then the last two things I have for you guys, Voodoo Festival did just post that they are not going to be taking place this year. So this is a music and arts festival that takes place in New Orleans, usually Halloween weekend, and it's normally like a multi-genre festival. I've honestly looked into doing this at one point, but they said they are going to be taking a pause in 2022, and that was over on the Festive Owl who reported that. And then last but certainly not least, I got to shout out Elro, because we have the Elro like summer bash, which is like the biggest weekend. It's so insane at the Brooklyn Mirage. So I went last year. I think that was my first Elro experience, was last July, and it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Then I went to, they do a show almost like every quarter. So I went to the winter show. I went to the Elro tent at Arc Music Festival, and then Elro just did a 2-day event in the spring, which was really cool. So this is the summer festival. I cannot recommend it more. The summer one was my favorite out of all of them, just because of what they like, how they transformed the Mirage and Avant-Garde. So the theme is the Far Row West. So it's kind of like this Wild West theme, which is pretty cool. It is 2 stages, 10 plus hours. They did just announce they're going from sunset to sunrise. So literally 10 plus hours of music. Absolutely insane. It's going to be on Saturday, July 23rd. Tickets are going to sell out for this, so I highly recommend getting them. And then the lineup. So we have special guest Paco Osona, going to be incredible. We have Clooney, Francis Mercier, Frankie Rizzardo, Honey Love, Jean-Pierre, back-to-back Tony Varga, Casey Lights, Love and Logic, Martin Eichen, back-to-back Joshua, mind blown, Mason Collective, Melee. I don't think I've seen Melee yet. I'm very excited. Nez, and then Shermanology special sunset set with more to be announced. 100% going. I better see you guys there. Go get your tickets. That's probably going to be like the show of summer. So I think that's everything I have for you guys this week.